I'm getting a pixie cut tomorrow, and it'll be the first time that my hair has been that short since I was a baby. Well, I guess a toddler. This is how long it is just now. I've had it at shoulder length quite a lot. And it's grown out a bit. I have on occasion had it as a bob, but I've never really liked that. And this time I'm doing it to grow out the henna out of my hair. I've been putting henna in my hair the last 2 years to kind of cover up the salt and pepper hair. You can kind of see the line there. But I've got a lot more white in my hair now than 2 years ago. Yeah, so you can kind of see it like that. And yeah, I'll show you tomorrow what it looks like after I've had it cut. So I did it. I didn't video it because I figure there's a lot of videos online already of like sped up versions of people getting their haircut to pixie cut. And I also figure that when I saw videos, I was most interested in people's before and after rather than the process. I kind of knew I might need to get it cut quite short, a bit shorter than I wanted, just to get rid of all the henna, and that turned out to be true. I apparently have a very stubborn parting that's very unusual. The hairdresser said that it's not often that happens, so that's like a challenge I have particularly, and they say that if I keep working at it, over time it should hopefully go away. And if not, I guess I'll just incorporate it into things. But yeah, I kind of thought that I would like it at the next level when it's like grown out a bit and I get my next cut, but I actually surprised myself by really loving it. I love how light everything feels, because although my hair was thinning a little bit as I got older, it also sorry, that's the cat. It also, the white hair I think is probably thicker in itself, so although it was thinning out, it was also kind of getting heavier, if that makes sense. And it's just great to not have it there all the time. I was wearing it up in a ponytail all the time anyway. If anyone does have a pet, I kind of wondered how the cat would react. And she seemed completely unaware until just before I was recording this, when I was like preening it a bit, I guess, from her perspective, and then she suddenly was like, what? But because I wear it in the ponytail all the time, I don't think she actually even noticed the difference, so she wasn't bothered, and she has chosen this time to play, so that's the noise in the background. But yeah, I kind of love it. I feel like there's videos of people getting pixie cuts, but not so much people who are cutting the dye out of their hair getting pixie cuts. So this is me. For me, I know some people, their white hairs are distributed out amongst the darker ones, but for me, although there is a bit of that, you can kind of see, I don't know if I can show you, you can kind of see around the back that it's darker there, and I have more white hair on the sides than at the front, and I also definitely have way more white hair than 2 or 3 years ago when I started putting henna in my hair. I'm glad that when I was dyeing it I was using henna, because it was fun to use and give me different colours in my hair, and was easy to do it well. Easy but messy to do at home. But I'm also really glad not to be doing that anymore, and now I need to learn how to look after this. The hairdresser said to put in modelling paste, which I think is one of the things I'd already bought. The one in the hairdresser smells amazing, but I think that's because it's fancy pants stuff. Yeah, I got mine done for free. I think I might have mentioned that last night, by being a hair model for someone who's learning to cut hair, so that meant it took about 3 hours. I'm sure it's much faster if you have a regular stylist doing it. But yeah, I think, you know, he tidied it up at the end, the head stylist, so in a way you get kind of the best of both worlds, and that was free, and it's also the top guy, and certainly in that salon, where it seemed to be, who was doing, or one of the top guys anyway, who was doing the tidying up at the end. I wouldn't suggest getting a pixie on a whim, and the hairdresser said that they have people do that and it doesn't turn out well. But I've been thinking about it for months. I've been watching YouTube videos, and I've been pinning things on Pinterest of what I wanted and what I didn't want. Although on the day you have to kind of obviously go with what they say will work for your hair. I guess that's really important. Like a lot of things that I had cut out, he said, were more for people with curly hair, and mine's straighter, so it's going to do different things. But yeah, having spent lots of time thinking about it and going ahead and doing it, personally, for me, it turned out really well. I had photoshopped, used another program like Photoshop, other people's hair, Anne Hathaway's hair, onto my head, and also then like put grey bits in it to see what I thought it would look like, and I thought it would look good, but I like it much better in person. And I guess a lot of the face shapes they said work well with pixie cuts. Sorry, I keep moving. Now I've got holding the phone wrong, sorry. Like worked, a lot of the examples they give is of people with maybe shorter heads than mine, or with like kind of more of a pointed jawline rather than my face is, I'm guessing from the description of the face shapes I saw online, my face shape is oval. That's my thought anyway. And there's a lot more kind of like doubt about what kind of, sorry, that's really shaking. What kind of pixie cuts will suit you if you have an oval head. But I was really pleasantly surprised by how it turned out. And they do say that you can find a pixie cut for your face shape, so don't worry so much about when people say that it can only be for certain face shapes. Photoshopping something on or using one of those apps does help you figure it out a bit. It did help me figure out which kind of cuts I liked on my head. But yeah, in the end, it's really hard to tell what it's actually going to look like. It did help, but it's only when you really see it that you go, oh, okay, now I know what it looks like. But as long as you're willing to give it a go and grow it out if you don't like it, you're good to go. Personally, for me, I preferred getting the henna cut out of my hair, or I guess for other people it'd probably be the dye getting cut out rather than having a line. Whereas there's a whole group of women on Instagram who are charting their progress with a line go down their head. Anyway, I hope this helps someone else who's considering getting a pixie cut to cut the dye out of their hair. I personally would recommend, as long as you don't do it on a whim. Thanks. Bye.